Hey, what's up YouTube and Facebook? So I had a totally different plan planned for tonight. I had a video put together. I was going to get it uploaded on Windows Media Player or Media Maker or whatever, Movie Maker, whatever it's called. And my laptop started acting up. I'm having some issues with overheating and some other things with it. It needs to be replaced ultimately. But it was in the middle of processing it and getting it ready to go, and it shut down in the middle of this is the second attempt. So I'm giving up and I'm doing one of these as my update for this evening. Today is day 17. It's almost over. I'm crashing after I'm finished up with this. You can hear my voice is a little bit froggy. I'm coming down with, I've got something I'm coming down with. I've got a cold, a little bit of a cough, some runny nose stuff going on. So we'll see how quickly my body fights it off with the nutrition that it's been getting with the juice and everything else now. It'll be kind of interesting, a little bit of an experiment to see just kind of how well it goes. So, pardon me. So basically, day 17 is passed. I really didn't feel like drinking much juice today, to be perfectly honest. It was kind of one of those days where I almost just opted for not drinking any juice at all, and just going through today that way and just doing water. But my water intake's down from what it normally is. I need to boost that back up again and get back to doing 3 of those Nalgene's a day instead of just 2. But I was down. I don't even think I put a full 1 away today. I just was not feeling like taking anything in from a standpoint of juice or water or anything else. So kind of new. Normally I feel like I want to eat or want to have something. Today just wasn't really feeling like taking in much today. Attempted a couple of new juices tonight, just trying to come up with a replacement for that spicy carrot that I have in my rotation that I absolutely don't like. So I went down to the store today and I picked up some bok choy. I picked up some romaine lettuce and I picked up some pears and some other stuff and kind of juiced a bunch of those, trying to make a bunch of random combinations. And the overall takeaway message is none of them are very good. So they need a lot more in order to be worth drinking, really. They're a little bit sketch overall. So didn't really like those a whole lot. So back to the drawing board. But I've got a whole big jar of random green juice in the fridge that I'm going to have to drink. So, it's the downside about this. Even if it's bad, you got to choke it down because it's money, each time you buy the vegetables. So I'm going to have to get that finished up. I may split it in half and cut it with some carrot juice or cut it with some apple and carrot or something, sweeten it up a little bit. But, yeah, it was not so much. So let's see what else was going on. Oh, my student teachers got me a gift on their way out Friday. I didn't think to mention it until now, but I was just thinking about the end of this fast, January 8th, and kind of what's going to happen next. And Gus talked about that on his video yesterday, and I kind of wanted to bring that concept up today as well. But they'd given me a bottle of scotch, it's a bottle of Glenlivet. They know I like scotch, and I do like scotch. And got this bottle of Glenlivet with a couple other little samplers and stuff in it. And on the note on the front said, "Do not open until January 8th." And then in parentheses, just stay strong. So I've got that waiting for me, I guess, when this whole thing's over with. But, the question did come a little bit with Gus's video yesterday talking about what do we do next. And he kind of brought up the idea of doing another 40 days of something, just to kind of keep it going a little bit. And I thought that wasn't a bad idea at all. One of the things I was considering, and I've yet to talk to Gus about this, and so this is kind of just throwing it out there, but 40 days is approximately, it's, if you set it up the way that it sets, basically 5 weeks plus a few days. And there is a Couch to 5K app that is set up for iPhone and Android and whatever else that basically does a 3-day-a-week workout. And it's, Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing, and it's about 30 minutes a day. And the goal is to get you from basically doing nothing to the point of being able to run a 5K with ease. And so the one thought that I had was, as he was talking about kind of things to do, and he was talking a little bit about a workout plan, was to do like 40 days of training for like a 5K or training for something like that, and then finding us a 5K somewhere around the first part of March or somewhere around the middle of March or something like that. I saw bunches and bunches and bunches of them around St. Patrick's Day, but so thinking about that a little bit, and I'll talk a little bit with Gus on that, but that may be a challenge that or a 40-day deal that a lot of you guys might be able to jump on board with, which would be cool. It'd definitely be something that would help me towards my remainder of my goals, getting down to 205 and getting all that squared away. So that would be good, and I think that would be a really worthwhile and really beneficial 40-day challenge that we could do, and it'd be good to have somebody doing that with us. And then, he and I could meet somewhere, either Eugene or whatever else, and get to the point where we could. Sorry, my alarm just popped up saying, "Hey, go to bed." But meet somewhere and then run that 5K or whatever, and then just kind of relax. So that's an idea. Some other options and stuff as we go. There's so much scripturally that's well, okay, at least a few scriptures scripturally that are tied to the concept of running a race, and how our a journey in the faith is like a race, and we have to endure to the end. And I can honestly say that I understand what it's like to struggle running, but not like enduring to any kind of long distance. I mean, more than about a mile and a half. I'm just I have no concept of what that's even like. So part of me kind of wants to start getting to the point of being able to do some distance running and doing some other things. I mentioned on here before that it was kind of a general goal of doing something like a triathlon, or doing something like I don't know, marathon, etc., etc. But that's a long ways off. That is a long ways off. But it's always said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, and this reboot, this transformation that we're trying to do, really kind of is the first step in that process. And so you definitely don't want to get to the end of 40 days and not have a plan in place. That's how we go right back to where we started, is by not having a plan in place. So over the next so many days until we get up to 40, I'm going to be looking at really seriously, like, okay, how do we dietarily, what do we do after this? Exercise wise, what do we do after this? That way there is a plan in place, so that once this thing's over with, we don't just fall right back into those same routines, because it's so easy, so unbelievably easy to go back to what we're used to and what we're comfortable with. And forging ahead and doing something different, and changing things around, that's what's tough. That's what makes it difficult. So we want to make sure we have a plan in place, and Gus and I will talk about that a little bit, and hopefully be something we can include you guys on, as I think that would be really cool to have a large band of people actually doing something versus just Gus and I and Nathan. So again, the support you guys have been giving have been fantastic. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to ask for a little bit of help. I'm running out of video ideas other than me sitting in front of the video, just yammering like a monologue. What I'd like for folks to do, if you would please, either in the comments underneath this video section if you're watching this on YouTube, or on Facebook where this video is linked, if you would provide a series of questions that you feel would be interesting to have answered. I'm going to do kind of just a little Q&A generally for tomorrow, I think, and we'll try and kind of make that the deal for tomorrow, because I know there's actually some folks at work that are kind of interested in this process, and kind of have been asking a few questions here and there. A lot of people have questions, and a lot of people kind of say, hey, how's this working out, and what are you doing with it? So anyway, I figured that'd be a cool update for tomorrow, and be able to sit down and answer some viewer questions, as they say. But yeah, should be good to go. Otherwise, we got 1 week left, and then winter break, and 2 full weeks of no 14-year-old students, which I'm really looking forward to at this point. Just plow through the next 4 days and be done. So got all my juices and everything made for tomorrow. Should be ready to rock and roll, and it's going to be insane. It's 4 days right before break. It's going to be nuts. So we'll need everything that we can get. But we've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on. We've got this book that we've been reading, Draw the Circle by Mark Batterson. We've been working on that. Just got some stuff to do in that tonight before I go to bed. Been working on just a bunch of different stuff, and just trying to draw closer to God, and trying to find that balance in life of ensuring that the spiritual side of things is at least even to, if not more so, than the worldly side of things. So just finding that balance is a struggle, and I know that a lot of people that I've talked to have felt the same way. So anyway, that's kind of what we're working on, and that's what day 17 looks like. So far, so good. Day 18 tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.